Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the International School DACA Class of 2025 graduation ceremony. I know you just started sitting down, but I'm going to ask you to stand for the national anthem of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, performed by ISD teacher and legend, Mr. Piyush.
আমার সোনার বাংলা আমি তোমায় ভালোবাসি চিরদিন তোমার আকাশ চিরদিন তোমার আকাশ তোমার বাতাস আমার প্রাণী ওমা আমার প্রাণী বাজাই বাঁশি সোনার বাংলা আমি তোমায় ভালোবাসি ওমা ফাগুনে তোর আমের বনে ঘ্রাণে পাগল করে মরে ফাগুনে তোর আমের বনে ঘ্রাণে পাগল করে ওমা অঘ্রাণে তোর ভরা খেতে কি দেখেছি আমি কি দেখেছি মধুর হাসি সোনার বাংলা আমি তোমায় ভালোবাসি কি শোভা কি ছায়া গো কি স্নেহ কি মায়া গো কি আঁচল বিছাইছো বটের মূলে নদীর কুলে কুলে মা তোর মুখের বাণী আমার কানে লাগে সুধার মতো মরি হায় হায় রে মা তোর মুখের বাণী আমার কানে লাগে সুধার মতো মা তোর বদন খানি মলিন হলে আমি নয়ন ওমা আমি নয়ন জলে ভাসি সোনার বাংলা আমি তোমায় ভালোবাসি
Welcome, everyone, members of the ISD faculty and staff, especially to our director, Mr. Steve, parents, friends, family, soon-to-be graduates. It's my great pleasure to welcome you to International School DACA's 18th high school graduation ceremony. My name's Chris Boyle. I'm the secondary principal here at ISD. It's really my great honor and privilege to be here on what's a super special event. This group on stage, they look excellent, by the way. We spent a lot of time getting ready today. They leave behind a very positive legacy at ISD. For many years now, this grade level has been a faculty favorite. And that reputation is well earned. They're very hardworking, very studious, and they show a really high degree of respect and reverence for their teachers. And those choices have really opened a lot of doors for them. Sure, they've been through some drama like all teenagers have, but I'm most proud of really the young people that they've become, the high level of character that they show, the way that they treat and support each other. The IB is really, really difficult. They can tell you that. Grades 11 and 12 are hard, and they've really become stronger as a group together. In a school, you want your grade 12s to be your exemplars, your kind of finished product that all of the younger students really want to aspire to be. And the class of 2025 really encapsulates our finished product, our culmination of an ISD and an IB education. And here we are tonight. We're going to celebrate them, their achievements and their accomplishments, as well as taking the opportunity to wish them really well for their exciting futures. So I get to be the first one to wish you well. Class of 2025, you're about to go on a bit of an adventure. It should be the most exciting 4 or so years of your life in university. You've been accepted to a bunch of amazing schools, lots of opportunity ahead of you. I hope you'll always remember ISD and that it was a really special place for you, that you feel bonded to the place, that you feel like it's always home. On behalf of ISD, we'll miss you. On behalf of myself, I will miss you, and I'm really proud of you all. Early congratulations, class of 2025. Thank you. All right, it gives me great pleasure to welcome Mr. Steve Cowan-Scoble, ISD's director, to wish these graduates well. Please welcome Mr. Steve.
Thank you, Chris, and very good evening, everyone. I hope you can feel the joy this evening that I'm feeling for our graduating class. It really is a special atmosphere this evening, and thank you for coming to generate it and also share it. So it's a particular pleasure to welcome everyone to our graduation ceremony for 2025. As Chris says, it's the 18th such ceremony in the history of our school. And it's an especially fine one because we have a class of 43 young men and women graduating today. They come from 8 countries, speak multiple languages. They share diverse strengths. And with us, you will see during the awards section, they'll continue their academic study in some of the best international universities around the world. In short, this is a class from ISD that we can be really proud of. For our graduates, the ISD story may officially end here today, but let us recognize that for many of our graduating students, this is where they began a long time ago, as early as 2009. Sharar, Cheyenne, and Zara have spent the last 15, 16 years of their lives attending our school. It's a long time. And about 40% of the grade have studied at ISD for over 10 years. So our school has really been like a second home. So I know it's difficult to leave, but you have to. And as so often, the largest challenges in school often come at the final stages. Back in August, if you remember, the year started with a revolution led by students. And in many ways, it's also ended with a revolution for our students. And I'm not referring to the relatively predictable type of revolution like the Copernican motion of planets revolving around the sun. Apologies if this reminds you of your IB exams. But the revolution that's currently happening in the lives of our grade 12 students right now is more about uncertainty and the chaos variety felt when you leave school, move to a new university, a new country, new friends, teachers, everything is new. And what's most frightening, there will be cooking, cleaning, and laundry to do as well. As Chairman Mao put it, a revolution is not a dinner party. Moving forward in your life must come with some discomfort, challenge, risk, and personal cost. To get to this point is an amazing supporting cast of our parents and teachers for keeping our stars moving in planetary motion, and Chris, our brightest son, for spinning more plates than I've ever seen done by a principal in my long memory. And I'm sure that this class is eternally grateful for all that you've done, Chris, in the past 5 years at ISD. Thank you very much, Chris. Parents, thank you for all your trust in ISD and for being there for your son and daughter or daughter, providing incredible and often unseen but critical support. Today is an incredibly proud day to see them graduate. So please feel that magic sense of this shared achievement. So what now? Well, it's never too late to receive a little bit of advice from the director, is it? A professor of political philosophy from my own university said that the revolutionaries of the present will be the rulers of tomorrow. Graduates, you will become the future rulers, and you will have to make a decision in your career and in your life. You can be, one, ambitious, but not so idealistic. Think consultancy, banking, finance. Or two, you can be idealistic but not so ambitious. Think activism that doesn't change much. Or three, and this is my personal favorite, you can be both idealistic and ambitious. Think of being world-changing, life-changing, using all the talents that you've gained from ISD and applying these with moral purpose in business, government, the environment, and in the social sectors for improvement's sake. The example of Abrar reflects this spirit, as you can read in the Business Standard article that I saw yesterday, to give you an idea of what this looks like. But it's there in all of you. What also gives me hope is that you will be the idealist with ambition in choosing Mr. Gumba, our beacon of hope, wisdom, and principle, as the faculty speaker this evening. It's the 20th year running that Charles has done this, so congratulations, Charles. Once again, he has inspired you to be your best self. We're also blessed with a guest speaker, Shavina Alam, an ISD alum from the very first graduating class in 2007. She will share her story of idealism and ambition, which should inspire everyone, particularly as we celebrate our 25th anniversary as a school. I hope you are looking forward to our ceremony today as much as I am. So class of 2025, with this, I wish you success, good fortune, and future happiness in finding your way in the world. Go with well-being, go with kindness, go with responsibility. Enjoy your special evening, and don't forget to start a revolution. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Steve. Next, we have a video introduction. Mr. Brian Ng, our outstanding University and Careers Counselor, isn't able to be with us here tonight in Dhaka, but he will introduce our valedictorian for the class of 2025 via video.
Thank you, Mr. Boyle. Assalamu alaikum. Buenas tardes. Bonsoir. Daigaho. Jumbo. Namaste. Good evening, esteemed guests, faculty, proud parents, and of course, the graduating class of 2025. It is my absolute honor to introduce a young woman whose brilliance, perseverance, and dedication have truly set her apart during her years at ISD. With the highest academic achievement in her class, Venetia Goel embodies the very spirit of academic excellence that we celebrate today. Whether tackling complex theories to starting her mornings with a Sudoku puzzle, she approaches every challenge with focus and curiosity. Venetia's list of accomplishments is nothing short of inspiring. From earning the IRCOS Global Citizenship Award and the Katherine Johnson Creativity Award to leading the LEF service group for 3 consecutive years and participating in global programs like the Carnegie Mellon Robotics Program, she has proven herself as a leader, innovator, and fire starter. Her accolades include the Infinity Math Championship and being awarded for her knowledge of the IB Learner Profile, all while contributing to the community through internships and volunteer work with organizations such as Jago Foundation and Handicapped International. Her exceptional academic and extracurricular record earned her admission to several world-renowned universities, including the University of California, San Diego, Hong Kong Polytechnic University, the University of Toronto, and Loyola University. Ultimately, Venetia has chosen to attend the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, where she will pursue a degree in data science and technology, a fitting path for someone with her analytical mind and drive to make a meaningful impact. It is with great pride that I welcome to the stage the valedictorian for 2025 Venetia Goal.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bryan, for that wonderful introduction, even if you couldn't be here. And good evening, everyone, respected teachers, proud parents, family, friends, and of course, the graduating class of 2025. It is an immense honor to stand before you today, not just as your valedictorian, but as your peer, your friend, and a fellow traveler on this incredible journey of EE all-nighters and the last-minute IA fixes that we've taken together. Our class didn't have it easy. We faced a global pandemic, political instability, and personal challenges we don't always talk about. But we endured, we adapted. Each failure was a stepping stone, a painfully sharp one at times, but a stepping stone nonetheless. But in between the deadlines and the drama, we grew, not just academically, but emotionally. We became a little wiser, a little tougher, and a lot more sleep-deprived. We discovered what mattered, helping friends, finding our voice, and asking the hard questions like, why did I take math AAHL? I wouldn't be here without ISD. This school didn't just give me knowledge, it gave me opportunity. It gave me space to lead, to serve, to fail, and try again. From the support of my teachers who believed in me, to the counselors who reminded me to breathe during the storm that is IB, ISD became more than just a school. It became my home. It embraced who I was and who I wanted to become, and for that I am forever grateful. To our parents, thank you for being our constants, for pushing us when we wanted to quit, for your sacrifices, and for celebrating our little wins like they were Nobel Prizes. Your unconditional love and faith have been and will be our greatest motivation. To our beloved teachers, who have endured more than just our late submissions and endless inquiries of, will this be on the test? Thank you. You've been our compass through the ups and downs of high school, teaching us beyond the textbooks and classrooms. And to my classmates, thank you for your humor, for your resilience, and your camaraderie. You've been my greatest teachers, my partners in crime, especially during our chaotic holy celebrations on senior trip. And of course, you have been the most iconic crew to take this wild IB journey with. As we look to the future, let's embrace it with the same optimism and terror we felt when we wore the maroon polo for the first time. Class of 2025. We have more than just made it through, and now the world better watch out because we're just getting started. Thank you.
Thank you, Venetia. Congratulations on the very special honor of being valedictorian and representing this excellent class. All right. Each year, the seniors vote to select their faculty commencement speaker for tonight's graduation. This person hasn't yet done it for 20 years, but has been up here quite a bit. He has worked with our 11th and 12th grade students throughout their creativity, activity, and service journey, taught many of them in middle year science, as well as a number of them during IB physics. He's known for his great sense of humor, his catchphrases, and somehow the ability to really balance being pretty darn demanding, but having a big heart. Please welcome our head of science and cast coordinator, Mr. Charles Gumba.
Thank you, Mr. Boyle, for that kind introduction. Good evening, parents, families, faculty, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. Congratulations and welcome to your graduation. Enjoy this moment. You have the blessings of the entire ISD community. 30 years ago, I was a student in Kenya with a dream to become an electrical engineer. I did study hard and followed a path believed would shape my future. But when that path failed due to the national university admission system, I realized a hard truth. Sometimes, no matter how well you prepare, life doesn't go as planned. I didn't give up. I adapted and enrolled to become a teacher, dedicating my life to mentoring young minds. For 25 years, I've taught physics and math, creating classrooms where every student feels secure, happy, and supported. And today, I'm proud to stand here as the class speaker. Thank you for your nomination. And I celebrate a group that truly understands what it means to adapt. Some of you joined ISD at the start of grade 11. Others have been here since PYP and MYP. But no matter the timeline, you stand united, having navigated countless moments of great achievements in and outside the classroom. And in a world of hashtags, algorithms, and likes, the hashtag that matters most today is hashtag ISD Class of 2025. Clap for yourself, please. And maybe after tonight, I will post my own hashtag ISD Commencement Speaker 2025. Please like it. We live in a constantly evolving world, from global pandemic to the impact of AI in teaching and learning, from completing the IB to receiving university offers and some rejections, to leaving your home countries to new destinations, and to the social media networking and disruptions. The future is uncertain, but you must adapt and grow because life is a journey filled with resilience and self-discovery. I have many fond memories of your journey here, and this will be personal. Memories of the young students who barely spoke during their first term in DP, but by second term, they were leading CAS groups, service Saturdays, captains of different sport teams, and sharing insights about the extended essay, TOK, and CAS exhibitions. I remember two of my physics students who applied to join MIT, and I wrote their recommendations. You will agree that there's always a second chance despite the negative response. It reminds me of students who had to leave ISD due to the global pandemic and later had to rejoin and make new friends, continuing from where they left. I have memories of TOK exhibitions. You brought your childhood photos, sport items, family artifacts, cultural objects, and religious symbols, making learning personal and meaningful. It reminds me of a class of risk takers and ambitious students who taking math AAHL was a perfect choice. And Mr. Rahim and Jalaj are very proud of you. It reminds me of the greatest memories you shared with us from your week without walls, team sports, and senior trip, where you left your comfort zones to create good memories together. It reminds me of the legacy you leave behind by initiating Football for Hope and iftar celebrations with our grade 8 students and community partners. It reminds me of the CS projects like the solar energy and e-waste recycling, and now ISD is an eco-friendly school. It reminds me of the many times you auditioned to join the football team, drama production, basketball, and volleyball. Some did succeed, some were thrown out. But I hope you can relate to the story of Michael Jordan, who was dropped from high school basketball team. He could have given up, but instead he used that moment to grow. And he later said, I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've failed over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. And so indeed, you have exemplified the ISD core values of awareness, kindness, and responsibility. But let's be honest. If the IB had a law, it will be Murphy's Law. Go check it out. Because anything that could go wrong did. Remember the IA file that disappeared before submission? Remember the EE Dropbox that closed at 10:40 p.m. and you thought that it was at midnight? Remember the Wi-Fi that crashed during your final IA upload and you had got only 2 minutes? Remember when you accidentally uploaded the Chem IA to the folder instead of the Maths IA on ManageBook? And after 3 months of doing EE and TOK essays, you still kept asking, what's the word limit for this? And the anxious moments after submissions. Sir, is 2% similarity okay in Turnitin? No, unless the report is well cited. And you walk away very sad. Wait, what does 5% AI mean? And we keep selling you academic honesty. And I did a poll from this class. And I came to realize that for the last 2 years, apart from doing maths homework, most of the students did calculate their predicted grades for more than 40 times in 2 years to stay on track, whether they are meeting the 40 or they are meeting the 35. And in all, they all adapted, and we are so proud of them. Graduates, look around, the people here, your families, friends, and teachers. They have been your support system. To parents, thank you for your word of encouragement. I'll quote Rudy Francisco. There's no manual for parenthood, but there's magic in showing up. Thanks for showing up for the senior class. To the school leaders and staff, thank you for creating a space for students to grow. And to my fellow teachers, thank you for guiding this class with passion and patience. Your recommended letters greatly did support the university admissions. As a parent, I now fully understand the role teachers play in securing student admissions. To our university counselor, your tireless work helped secure outstanding offers. Thank you for all that you did. In closing, if you remember nothing else from my speech, remember this quote from Maya Angelou. People will forget what you said. They'll forget what you did, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. So class of 2025, you made us feel proud. Go make your dreams come true. Go change the world. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Charles. The IB Diploma Program Coordinator plays a really significant role in the lives of our 11th and 12th grade students. It all starts with really quite consequential and sometimes life-changing course selection in grade 10 and culminates with exams at the end of grade 12, with lots of ups and downs and kind of mini crises in between. We are really lucky to have a very experienced, professional, kind, caring IB coordinator to guide the students through those last 2 years of high school, and be their excellent English teacher for the last 2 years as well. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Dixon Kabengo, our IBDP coordinator.
Wow, that's big. 2025 graduates, guests, parents, my fellow teachers, good evening. Here with me, I have a cup, and you must be wondering, why a cup? This is how my students have defined me, and I'm going to use this cup to get a title for my speech. And one key word here is being the best. And that's what I'm going to talk about this evening, do your best. When I was in high school, chemistry was one of the subjects I couldn't seem to figure out. And no offense to the chemistry teacher. So no matter how much I studied, collaborated with my classmates through group discussions, practicals, it never made sense. The concepts felt disconnected. And there was no amount of effort that really brought clarity. But chemistry was compulsory in my high school. So I had to keep on trying. Just for your information, I took biology and chem as my science subjects. So as second school examination was approaching, my chem teacher, concerned with my grades, called me and asked, what was the issue? I didn't make excuses. I told him the truth, and this is what I said. Sir, it's not that I'm not interested. I've tried everything. It doesn't sink. He looked at me, paused, and simply said this: just go do your best. And you know what? That sentence has stayed with me. Grace Puma, who is an executive vice president of global operations for PepsiCo, said the following: if you want to be successful, commit to performing at your highest level. Focus on giving your best. It's about self-competition. You don't need to look left, right. Just commit to being the finest version of yourself. The fact is, if you don't perform at your best, you're not going to achieve what you want. And later, I also learned the following: that always do your best. This is one of the core principles that was taught by Toltecs of southern Mexico. And according to their teachings, if you live by this one principle, you will reduce unnecessary suffering and move through life with more clarity and peace. Doing your best doesn't guarantee success for every situation, but it gives you something more important, and that is perspective. I guess that reminds you of TOK. When you've done your best, you don't carry regret. You don't dwell on what you might have done. You actually don't need to explain yourself to others or to prove anything. You know where you stood, and that's enough. In future, if a job you cared for or about, it ends unexpectedly, you don't have to internalize it because you've given your best. That's what matters. And of course, if a relationship falls, you don't chase closure or overthinking what you're worth of. You detach yourself, without bitterness. Not because it didn't matter, but because you gave what you could. Even as a parent, if your child brings home a poor grade, the more important question to ask, which you should not, why did you fail? But did you do your best? And if the answer is yes, that's enough. Doing your best is not about perfection. It's about sincerity. It's about effort, that you're honest and consistent, even when the outcome doesn't necessarily meet the expectations. It all teaches self-respect. And you stop measuring yourself against others and start evaluating your actions based on what you could control. Not every day will look the same. Some days your best will be focused and you'll also be productive. Other days it might be showing up, but both count. This mindset helps in developing a realistic expectation, personal responsibility, and emotional maturity. You stop over-apologizing, overthinking, and over-explaining. You don't owe the world constant excellence, but you owe yourself consistency in effort. So whatever cause or program you're pursuing in your tertiary education, whether it sounds significant or something ordinary, just give your best. You might not be the best in the room, not the best by comparison, just your best. In that moment, with what you have, and that will always be enough. I've been your teacher for the last 2 years. It's been a great journey. By saying I'll miss you, I think that's an understatement. As I said, this cup is full of your definition and who I've been to you. Thank you to Abra for making this happen. It really means a lot. And one thing that I promise you, in my old age, I'll still be admiring this cup. Thank you for that. Yeah? As a literature teacher, I think I should also remind you of the authorial choices. So one of the key authorial choices that I see here is hyperbole, and more so the one who wrote about the perfumes, you know yourself. Right. Okay, as I said, I've been with ISD for the last 4 years, and it's very important to very first take you through some of the great achievements that we've had as a program. We've been able to expand and grow as a program, and you've had the mentioning of much higher level. That has been a great achievement and addition. And most of our students who have taken much higher level, they have used that as one of the key subjects for their university application. We've also had some other subjects such as global politics, which has really become famous among our students when they're choosing their grade 10 subjects. In addition to that, we have also had environmental systems and societies, which has also gained a lot of popularity. One thing that I'll guarantee you, when you're reading the graduation booklet, you'll read about students talking about the senior retreat. This has been a great event, which is well celebrated by our students, and this has happened for the last 3 years, so it's one of the great achievements that we are celebrating as a school and as a DP cohort. And then we've also had visible core. This is extended essay, TOK, as well as CAS. And it's all that students will actually be documenting in their documents. And then, not to mention also, we've had a great standardized testing, which is CAT 4, introduced 2 years ago, and this has really been great in our DP placement. And then the recognition of mother tongue. We've had students coming to Bangladesh who can speak French, as their first language, Spanish, as well as Korea. So that has been a great addition to our program. So a round of applause for that. I don't know how many times I've said this, that this is my final year, and in a way I'm also graduating with you. So that's really great. Clap for me. Great. All the best. Enjoy yourselves. And I've always said one thing. Forget about everything, but always be happy. And don't allow anyone to take that happiness from you, okay? Great.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dixon. All right, we do have a special guest speaker tonight. It's a first in my 5 years as principal at ISD. I've been pretty resistant to it in the past. I didn't want just some random person that the kids didn't really know or have any connections to. And so we decided this year that we would make sure to have an alumna from the past ISD to speak to you tonight. And as Mr. Steve mentioned, very first graduating class of 2007. So it's my great pleasure to welcome Miss Shavina Anam to speak to you tonight, class of 2007.
Good evening, honored guests, proud and respected parents and teachers, and class of 2025. Thank you so much for having me here today. I hope I don't disappoint you, sir. Congratulations, class of 2025. You never have to do a TOK class again. I think that's worth a lot of celebration. As I was trying to come up with this speech today, I was trying to think of whether I am excited for you, a little jealous of you, or a little scared for you. Excited, of course, because you're heading on to new adventures. Jealous, of course, because you guys look great, you have a lot of youth, my back really hurts. And scared because you guys are going into a very new world, new territory, world that is very different from the time when I went to college. It was 2007, the world was very different back then. Facebook had just come out. The iPhone had just come out, it had a button. Obama became president soon after I got there. And now in this world you're going into what we used to call climate change is now being called climate crisis. You've got new global wars and a brave new world of President Trump. So good luck. And I was also, so 2007 I graduated. Some of you might have been born around then. And you might be thinking, what's this millennial auntie gonna say to me that might be relevant? And, I kind of agree with you, but I have a few kind of advices that I'd like to give you, unsolicited, of course, but if they're useful for you, I hope you can take it or leave it. So my first piece of advice to you would be to look up. Look up off your phones, look up beyond you, look up beyond the things that you already know. Be relentlessly curious and be very open to new experiences, new people, people who might hold very, very different opinions from you, people who are from very, very different backgrounds. And I think it was this kind of curiosity and this ability to look up that has really helped me navigate a lot of uncertainty in this world. My second bit of advice to you is to hold on very dearly to all the things that make you very human, and that I would say is your creativity. So even though whatever professional work you might be doing in your life, if you love to sing, if you love music, if you love art, if you love comedy, hold on to those things as much as possible. Because AI might come for your jobs one day, but it will definitely never replace your ability to make bad jokes and write, emo songs. My next bit of advice for you would be to use your privilege for good. Now, if you went to ISD, you have a little bit of privilege, and not just in this country, but globally. I think over the years, you will find that you actually received a world-class education over here. You will connect the dots, and yes, even you'll find that TOK was very, very profound and important in your life. Approaches to learning, all those English classes, the way you learn critical thinking and creativity within ISD is really unparalleled. I'm very, very grateful for those experiences, and you will be as well. And so with that privilege, you have a bit of power, and it's a cliche, yes, but with that power comes some responsibility. And as you guys go on to build new things, products, companies, or even work with your families when you come back, if you ever decide to come back here, always use that privilege for good. Be this relentless force of good in a world that is constantly asking you to be, a little unkind. There is a profound satisfaction in doing good and being in the service of others, and that is another thing that AI can never take from you. My last message to you would be to keep Bangladesh in your heart. Whether it's coming back here or whether you are doing it from abroad, there's all these different ways that you can stay connected to Bangladesh. When I first went to college in 2007, people asked me where I'm from. I'd say I'm from Bangladesh. They'd say, "Oh, is that in India?" And I hope you will face a little bit less of that, but be very, 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 very proud of where you're from. Hold it like a badge. Represent us well across your campuses and across the various different jobs that you guys go on to do. Despite all the many flaws in Bangladesh, it's what made you. And in 2011, after college, I decided to come back to Bangladesh. Lots of people thought it was very selfless, but I mostly, missed my mom and I missed Bhat. But I mostly felt that I would be the most useful here than I would be anywhere else. A lot of my work has taken me across the country to some of the most remote, some of the most beautiful, and some of the most poorest parts of the country. And I've actually been constantly inspired by the creativity and the resilience of this country. And yes, it's been hard at times. I have questioned my decisions at times, but I have never, ever regretted it. It's a lot of chaos, it's a lot of trouble, but it's definitely never boring. So I've come to the end of my speech, and I've decided that I'm actually excited for you. There is going to be so much you will face, so much you will learn, and it's going to be amazing. College is awesome. Have a lot of fun. Congratulations once again, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Shavina. Very high bar for future alumni speakers. Really excellent. Great advice. Awesome. We are nearly to the part that we've all been waiting for, where our graduates get their high school diplomas. Just before that, I want to share the criteria for the honor and high honor roles, as some of the students will receive those when their names are called for their diplomas. So high honors, let's start with honors. Honors is awarded to students with a 3.25 to 3.74 grade point average in grades 11 and 12. High honor is given to students with a 3.75 or greater. To be eligible for either honor or high honor roll, they can have no course failures and no HL course below a score of 4. Okay, with that technicalities out of the way, I'd like to first welcome up Ms. Tasnuva. She's our assistant college counselor. She's been at ISD for 9+ years. Huge role in our graduates' lives, helping prepare them to be up here on stage and get into great universities. She's going to be reading the names of our graduates, and welcome Mr. Steve as well, who's going to help in delivering the diplomas. All right, here we go.
Thank you, Mr. Boyle. Would the first row please stand up? Recipient of honor roll, Arya Islam. Recipient of High Honor Roll, Andrea Fabiola Ovedo Urbino. Zareen Rahman Zahra. Recipient of Honor Roll, Yafi Ahnaf Orko. Recipient of Honor Roll, Labiba Musarat Arya. Ranisha Islam. Fanana Torsha Mahin. Recipient of High Honor Roll, Munzarina Rahman Manali. Recipient of Honor Roll, Safia Tasnim Rahman. Lamisa Sayara Sadat. Recipient of High Honor Roll, Munisa Binti Riaz. Recipient of Honor Roll, Amina Soha Azam. Yep. Mahbudul Alam Bijoy. Mona Amina Carrington. Shurnima Borua. Recipient of Honor Roll, Wafa Jahan Shakira. Would the first row please be seated? Would the second row please stand up? Valedictorian, recipient of High Honor Roll, Vanisha Goyal. Aryan Khan. Mohammad Saif Kaleem. Zara Zareen Zaman. Recipient of Honor Roll, Rodela Ahmed. Salutatorian, recipient of High Honor Roll, Kiana Mahbub. Recipient of High Honor Roll, Sahir Saeed Faraz. Recipient of Honor Roll, Taif Hussain. Recipient of High Honor Roll, Suvani De. Recipient of High Honor Roll, Abrar Tazwar Rahman Chaudhuri. Recipient of High Honor Roll, Sarah Sumaya Imam. Recipient of Honor Roll, Adrian Jeremy Kwashira. Recipient of Honor Roll, Recipient of High Honor Roll, Ishna Maitani. Recipient of Honor Roll, Ahmed Talal Onnoy. Would the second row please be seated? Would the third row please stand up? Recipient of Honor Roll, Sheikh Muhammad Arafat bin Abdullah. Recipient of High Honor Roll, Adnan Rakib Khan. Recipient of Honor Roll, Istibshar Billah. Salutatorian, recipient of High Honor Roll, Naveed Haidar Rauf. Recipient of Honor Roll, Wayne Akiko. Zarif Nasir. Recipient of Honor Roll, Farhan Nafim Tarek. Recipient of Honor Roll, Muhammad Shayan. Recipient of Honor Roll, Afan Muhammad Musharraf. Jarif Anaf Rupkotha. Recipient of Honor Roll, Tony Carlos Otaino. Would the third row please be seated? Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Tasnuva. Ready, guys? Up we go. Mr. Steve, on behalf of the faculty of International School Dhaka, I present to you the candidates of the 2025 high school diploma. I certify that they have met all requirements for graduation.
Thank you. Upon the recommendation of the faculty of ISD and by virtue of the authority bestowed to me by the ISD Board of Governors, I confer to each of you a high school diploma.
All right, we can officially call you graduates now. You have been given your high school diploma by our director, Mr. Steve. Please move your tassels from right to left. This signifies your status as a graduate. Class of 2025, everyone, congratulations. Have a seat. All right, as we nearly conclude tonight's ceremony, I want to take my opportunity to give the teaching faculty and staff at ISD a shout out. I'm just super grateful and super proud of the wonderful team that I work with. It's really a fantastic group of people. Let's give it up for the teachers and staff. Parents and families, I've gotten to know many of you over the years. I really appreciate your partnership, your trust in us, in sending your child to ISD. For many of the kids, they've really been here their whole lives. We're so grateful for working with us. Thank you, parents, for all you've done to get them here on stage. All right. The most fun part of the event is the hat throw. The chandeliers add an interesting element of danger. We're going to try not to knock any of those down. The tradition of graduates throwing their hats in the air at graduation goes back to the year 1912 at the United States Naval Academy, when graduates would become newly commissioned officers and no longer needed the caps that they wore as students. So before we do that, a little bit of housekeeping and announcements. After they throw their hats, we'll start some music, and they will walk out of the ballroom and into the reception area. I know you're really excited to take pictures with them, hug them, tell them you love them, congratulate them. Please allow all of the graduates to exit the ballroom before you do that. There'll be lots of time for pictures and photos. We got some great food for you, but we're going to need to clear this mess up in just a minute or two. There are several rooms where you can get food out there. Just go and eat whatever, eat in every room if you want. Enjoy the food. I really thank you for coming tonight. Here we go with the hat throw. Get your camera ready. It's the best part. Okay, we're standing up. Okay, remember, it's on throw, not one. Yeah? All good, everyone? 3, 2, 1, throw! Couple of chandelier dings. There was bound to be one stuck in the chandelier. We'll find a ladder, everyone. Recessional, please. Go. All the way out. All the way out to the elevator area.
good.